we are celebrating the heritage of our being as a country. So thank you very much. Your Excellencies, honorable guests present here, it is my singular honor to invite the Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of South Africa to welcome you all, Madam Nosiviwe Mapisa Ngakula.
Thank you very much, Program Director, the Secretary to Parliament. The Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency, Mr. Paul Mashatile, the former Deputy President of the Republic and Speaker of the National Assembly, Ms. Baleka Mbete, Ndate Masondo, Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces, and your Deputy, Ms. Lucas, the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Honorable Lechisa, the Speaker of the Ekurhuleni Metro Council, Councillor Ntabiseng Chivenga, who is hosting us in this area, honorable presiding officers and representatives of BRICS parliaments, dear honorable members, distinguished guests, it is, I must say, with immense pleasure and honor that I welcome each one of you to the beautiful city of Johannesburg on this momentous occasion of the 9th BRICS. This gathering is a significant milestone in our pursuit of cooperation, progress, and shared prosperity amongst our various peoples within the BRICS partnership. The coming together of BRICS nations and African partners highlights the importance of multilateralism in addressing global challenges, exchanging ideas, and building consensus in an interconnected world. We also extend a special welcome to the delegation from countries that have become new members in waiting after they were recently admitted to the BRICS family of nations. We are delighted to have the Chamber of Deputies and Senate of the Argentine Republic, the House of Representatives and Senate of the Arab Republic of Egypt, the House of People's Representatives and House of the Federation of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Parliament of Iran, the Shura Council of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the Federal National Council of the United Arab Emirates as valuable new members of this esteemed forum. Your participation signifies the growing importance and expanding reach of BRICS. We eagerly look forward to forging stronger bonds of partnership and collaboration with each of your nations. Honorable members, I equally welcome all speakers, chairpersons, members of parliament who are here coming from outside of the Republic of South Africa. I have already noted the Speaker of Namibia, the Speaker of Mozambique, and I'm very excited about it that you have joined us this morning. The venue that has been selected for this assembly, the Emperor's Palace, holds a very significant place in the history of our country. This was formerly known as the World Trade Center. It was the designated venue that hosted the historic negotiations for building a democratic South Africa, negotiations between the then apartheid regime and the representatives of the liberation movement. So the negotiations which were here paved the way for the first democratic general elections in South Africa. So it is not by default that we decided to come here. We felt that hosting this forum would be this place would be a very significant development for us to meet here. As we gather today under the theme of harnessing multilateralism and parliamentary diplomacy to deepen BRICS and Africa partnership for accelerated implementation of the Africa Free Trade Agreement, we embark on a crucial journey towards leveraging multilateral cooperation to achieve our shared goals. The South African Parliament takes immense pride in hosting this meeting and contributing to the strengthening of the BRICS Parliamentary Forum as an influential and respected voice in the global arena. We believe that this platform can serve as a catalyst for inclusive growth and development that meets the diverse needs of our nations. This parliamentary forum, Deputy President, serves as a valuable platform for coordination and consultation on matters of global significance. We understand the importance of consolidating our efforts and aligning our positions to effectively address the challenges faced by our nations. By organizing this forum in a manner that facilitates robust follow-up on BRICS summit resolutions, we can ensure that our collective voice resonates powerfully on the international stage. Let us therefore seize the opportunity to deliberate on key issues, exchange perspectives, and develop common positions that command attention and influence. So in today's ever-evolving world, the need for collaboration and unity has never been more apparent. By working together, by sharing our skills and capabilities, we possess the potential to pioneer new frontiers and make a profound impact on global growth and sustainable development. As you are aware, Deputy President, the collaborative efforts of Parliament can play an important role in ensuring public participation, oversight of the executive, and most importantly, in encouraging multilateralism, democracy, as well as fostering peace and stability amongst nations of the world. We've seen the value of this collaborative capacity with the establishment of the Task Force of Speakers of Parliament by the IPU to assist in bringing about an end to a conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And Deputy President, I am happy to welcome here the chairperson of that task force, Dr. Ali from United Emirates is here. Dr. Ali is deputized by Professor Kachavivi from Namibia, who is the Speaker of Namibia and is also here with us. Furthermore, as representatives of our nations, it is our duty to move beyond expressions of solidarity and transform them into concrete actions that foster inclusion and mutually beneficial economic cooperation. This meeting serves as a reminder of the collective responsibility we bear towards our people, their aspirations, and their well-being. By embracing the spirit of collaboration, empathy, and mutual respect, we can build bridges that transcend borders and bring us closer to the sustainable and inclusive future. We express our heartfelt gratitude to every one of you for gracing us with your presence and for your wavering commitment to the ideals of BRICS. Your wisdom, insights, and dedication form the backbone of our collaborative endeavors. I believe that through constructive dialogue, sincere collaboration, and united efforts, we can pave the way for a better Africa and a better world. I earlier on did say that we have the former Speaker and the former Deputy President. I can assure you that she's one of the people who have been pushing and saying, where is the memorandum of understanding which was agreed upon by the BRICS Parliamentary Forum? And hopefully, Speaker, today you will hear, and tomorrow, discussions around that matter, and hopefully this is a forum, this is one time when this matter will be concluded. As founder members of the Memorandum of Understanding, I'm sure you're looking forward to us finally adopting the forum. Allow me to formally introduce and invite to you our Deputy President of the Republic, but may I say, first and foremost, he is the Deputy President of the African National Congress, a ruling party in this country. And next then, he is His Excellency, as by virtue of being the Deputy President of the Republic. He will be giving a keynote address for the day and will officially open the Assembly. May this meeting be an inspiring moment in our journey as we collectively navigate towards a future of shared prosperity, sustainable development, and enhanced cooperation. I thank you, Program Director. Deputy President.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Program Director, Secretary to Parliament, Mr. Tolile George, Your Excellency Menosiviwe Mapisa Nqakula, Speaker of the National Assembly of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, Your Excellency Ntatele Chisa Senoli, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, Chairperson of the NCOP, Ntate Amos Masondo, of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, Deputy Chairperson of the NCOP, Mayor Sylvia Lucas, of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, Your Excellency Mayor Baleka Mbete, former Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa and former Speaker of the National Assembly of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa. Your Excellency, Mr. Sostin Cavalcanti, Vice President, Chamber of Deputies of the Federal Republic of Brazil. Your Excellency, Mr. Harivanash Narayan Singh, Deputy Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, Republic of India. Your Excellency, Mr. Peng Chinua, Vice Chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress of the People's Republic of China. Your Excellency, Dr. Hanif Ali Gebali, Speaker of the Egyptian House of Representatives. Your Excellency, Mr. Mohammed Baha Kalibaf, President of Majal Sorai Islamic of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Your Excellencies, Speakers, Honorable People's Tribunes from the BRICS member states, ambassadors, business leaders, esteemed guests. I would like to welcome you to the 9th BRICS Parliamentary Forum. It has been a long, challenging and exciting road since the historical inauguration meeting held in the Russian Federation in June of 2015. Since then, this forum has grown from strength to strength, reflecting both the hard work of the collective leadership of BRICS member states and, without doubt, the overwhelming desire amongst the peoples of the world to evolve a just world order which serve not just as just a few, but also and especially the wretched of the earth. Congratulations to the new partners, our valued partners, the Argentine Republic, the Arab Republic of Egypt, the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. We trust that you will invigorate this promising intergovernmental organization. From 2015 to date, the BRICS Parliamentary Forum has identified many issues which require continuous discussion, refinement, and programmatic plans of action to better serve the wretched of the earth. And these issues range, amongst others, from the following: the sacrosanct role of the United Nations
Будем стараться
in
служить нашему
international
народу
affairs.
в соответствии с теми принципами, которыми
Okay, there was a glitch there. It will be attended to. Our same program director that these issues range from, amongst others, the sacrosanct role of the United Nations in international affairs and the consolidation of the multilateral structures, the reform of the Security Council, and the fairness of the international legal system, the transition to a multipolar world and deepening economic globalization, exploring new trade and investment prospects, the promotion of international peace and security, shared economic growth, cooperation and mutual beneficial interaction amongst the peoples of the world, undergirded by a continuous dialogue among and between the world cultures and civilization for the cross-pollination of knowledge and perspectives for the benefit of humanity. Deepening cooperation in multiplicity of fields, including the promotion of cooperation in research, education, healthcare, environmental protection, sport, but particularly with the focus on youth. Coordinating our macroeconomic policies, the reform of international monetary system, and the promotion of growth. Intensifying South-to-South and North-South dialogue. And last but not least, the creation of a permanent contact group within the BRICS Parliamentary Forum, which helps, amongst other things, to identify and guide our association of key evolving issues of international political economy and to develop a long-term strategy for the forum. These and many additional matters that have served on the agenda of this forum since its inauguration session in Moscow are about moving the world towards greater social justice. In short, making sure that the wretched of the earth are or become somebody. So goes as the African parlance says. We call that the inaugural BRICS Parliamentary Forum. We recall that the Parliamentary Forum took place to the hour of the 70th anniversary of the end of World War II and the founding of the world's premier intergovernmental organization, the United Nations. The solemnity of the occasion was a stark reminder of the importance of this history. Some of our colleagues rightly appealed that we draw appropriate lessons from history. The quest to be somebody is innate to every people. This is true for the developing South, in as much as it is the case for the developed North. For the African continent, as with parts of the developing world, the quest to be somebody has been an act of resistance and defiance since at least the advent of the Atlantic slave trade. In addition to the heroic anti-colonial and apartheid struggles, this led to the 1955 Bandung Conference and the formation of the non-aligned movement in 1961. A consistent thread has been the need and wisdom for political, economic cooperation amongst the developing countries. This is how President Julius Nyerere of Tanzania put the matter when he addressed the opening of the preparatory meeting of the non-aligned movement in Dar es Salaam on the 13th of April in 1970, and he said the following: "The fact is that our political interdependence or independence depend upon the degree of our economic independence, as well as the nature of our economic development, depending upon our political independence. These things are interlinked in the modern world. And because of that interdependence, our economic relationships with one another and individually with the great powers of the world are matters with which the non-aligned conference must be concerned." Close quote. Program Director, this underscores the importance of BRICS and the cooperation it has sought to promote since its founding. BRICS is one of the institutions that holds the possibility of taking forward much of the objectives of the non-aligned movement, and the South Commission, which President Nyerere ably led after his voluntary retirement from public office in 1985. There is no need to regale you with statistics about the global reach of BRICS in terms of its economy, the combined population of its member states relative to the rest of the world, and other interesting information which you know. And of itself, this is a good thing. However, we should not be surprised when this success factor attracts negative responses from some actors in the world, despite the fact that BRICS is not opposed to state parties or groups, but instead we seek peaceful and just world of equitable resource distribution. Program Director, the single most powerful instrument parliamentarians have at their disposal is their command of lawmaking. Through coordinated efforts, you can impact positively on more than a quarter of the world's population by introducing far-reaching progressive legislation and repealing the laws that do not improve the lives of the people. Some lessons from history in this regard must be useful. The 13th century Egyptian Chief Justice Khaldun insisted that law should be based on what he called social solidarity, which was a statement on the supremacy he placed on social cohesion. Kwame Nkrumah, on the other hand, was adamant that the teaching of law is totally incomplete if it is not accompanied by a background of economic, social, and political science, and even politics, science, and technology. He envisaged a law that is an expression of the political, economic, social conditions of the people and their aims for progress, as opposed to one that is based on a formalistic yardstick which completely disregards the material content of the law and measures justice or injustice solely by procedural rules. As BRICS parliamentarians who seek to change the world for the better, you have the possibility to usher in the social solidarity and development that Chief Justice Khaldun and President Nkrumah strove to achieve. However, legislative changes are neither enough nor sufficient to effect change. You require a capable, civic-minded, and ethical bureaucracy which has the capacity and commitment to drive the existing legislative framework to achieve these ends. The affair scene of the parliamentary vocation attests to the sociological truism that all societies are heterogeneous theaters in which differently disposed social actors battle to shape public affairs in their own image. To the extent that such intercourse will from time to time impact upon the institutions of BRICS as national, regional, and other interests, this forum in particular should guard its intellectual and political lines for their constructive management and resolution. Sometimes, Program Director, this may be interests from outside ourselves, intended to exhaust us in meaningless but tiresome distraction or otherwise pit us against each other, thus to take us completely off the rails so that we are unable to achieve our strategic objectives. Fortunately, I believe that the collective of BRICS members possesses the wisdom to rise above these machinations. Equally, fortunate is that BRICS member states have come together in this rising intergovernmental institution on shared perspective of development, to which the current global political and economic order continue to respond inadequately. Whatever difficulties we face in the future, President Nyerere may provide a useful guide. And he said, and I quote, "Development involves decisions about national and international political priorities and structures. It includes social questions and matters related to education, health, human dignity, and security, both personal and national. And it means adequate food, clothing, and shelter for the individual person. All these matters are inextricably mixed and are all encompassed in any definition of development which is meaningful to the human beings who are now suffering from lack of it." Close quote. Program Director, every country faces this consideration and challenges in its resource allocation and decision-making processes. Undoubtedly, this will find expression in your discussions about the 4 broad thematic areas of your agenda, namely climate change, energy security, and just transition of coal to hydrogen energy, multilateralism, peace, and security. In July 2014, BRICS established the new Development Bank and the BRICS Contingent Reserve Arrangement. It is increasingly clear that there are varying levels of capacity for project planning and development amongst member states. As with the executive, parliamentarians are challenged to explore how this challenge can be addressed. One way of addressing this is by identifying the broad range of skills that are required to address effective development at the scale and the pace required to accelerate the impact of BRICS in all the member states. This, amongst others, speaks to the technocratic capacity to which I referred earlier, and we should, in this regard, and in keeping with the tradition of cooperation amongst us, adopt the slogan of the Progressive Trade Union movement, which says, "An injury to one is an injury to all." One suggestion you may want to ponder over is that we should immediately conduct a skills audit relative to the development imperative of each member state and bring together institutions of higher learning, amongst others, to respond to this challenge of skills. I would like to commend the BRICS Women Business Alliance and their efforts in organizing the BRICS Africa Women's BRICS Alliance Trade Conference. Malibongwe. Program Director, as I conclude, let me emphasize that Africa is moving towards a single African market. All 54 countries have signed the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement. We are well on our way to creating the world's largest free trade area, with 1.3 billion people and a gross domestic product of $3.4 trillion. The implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area will improve intra-African trade, the continent's share and participation in global trade, stimulate and improve the economy, as well as contribute to lifting millions of people out of poverty. The continent's transport networks are largely unsatisfactory. Few roads connect the continent's 5 regions, and those that do are often in poor conditions and under-maintained. So those are the challenges we must be immediately seized with to move Africa forward. Finally, Program Director, as a continent, we look forward to engaging with our BRICS partners to realize the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area and thus create a win-win solution for all of us. Let us seize this opportunity to strengthen the BRICS Africa partnership and promote a rules-based approach towards a just global order. And I want to thank the Parliament of South Africa for hosting this session, and I want to wish you well, and I know that when lawmakers are there, we cannot fail. Thank you very much, Program Director.
Thank you very much. Another round of applause for the Deputy President. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, it is once more my singular honor and privilege to invite the Chairperson of the National Council of Provinces of Parliament of the Republic of South Africa, Honorable Amos Masondo, to deliver a vote of thanks for this segment of the session.
Greetings and morning. Program Director, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Paul Mashatile, Speaker of the National Assembly, Nosiviwe Mapisa Ngagula, former Speaker of the National Assembly, Balega Mbete, and of course, former Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa. Your Excellencies, the presiding officers of the BRICS parliaments and assemblies, Your Excellencies, the presiding officers of BRICS member states, Your Excellencies, the presiding officers of African regional parliaments, honorable members of BRICS parliaments and assemblies, Honorable Chief Whip of the National Assembly, Pema Jodina, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Program Director, it is indeed an honor for me to take this opportunity to thank the keynote speaker, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, His Excellency Paul Mashatile, for the address to the 9th BRICS Parliamentary Forum, which is held under the theme, Harnessing Multilateralism and Parliamentary Diplomacy to deepen BRICS and Africa's partnership for accelerated implementation of the African Continent Free Trade Agreement. On behalf of all the delegates and guests, I wish to express our greatest appreciation to the Deputy President for graciously honoring our invitation to deliver the keynote address to this August gathering. We thank him for inaugurating the meeting and providing a report on the outcomes of the 15th BRICS Heads of State Summit. We also express gratitude to the leadership of BRICS for ensuring that the priorities of 2023, the year of South Africa's chairship, are one, to develop a partnership towards an equitable, just transition, which is critical in the context of the increasing spate of natural disasters which have severe consequences for society. Two, to transform education and skills development for the future. Three, to unlock opportunities through the African Continental Free Trade Area. Four, to strengthen post-pandemic economic recovery. And five, to strengthen multilateralism. The BRICS agenda for 2023 has paved the way for the BRICS parliaments as the custodian of the interests of the citizens to interrogate these matters further. In particular, to determine how multilateralism and parliamentary diplomacy can deepen BRICS and African partnership to accelerate the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, which seeks to increase socio-economic development, reduce poverty, and make Africa more competitive in the global economy. Program Director, multilateralism is the cornerstone for BRICS. The BRICS countries have shown greater resolve to pursue multilateralism with the aim of creating a fairer, peaceful, and secure world, consistent with the understanding that multilateralism is key to containing international rivalries. BRICS has expressed its commitment to multilateralism through upholding international law. It has also done so by, amongst other things, recognizing the central role of the United Nations in an international system in which sovereign states cooperate to maintain peace and security, advance sustainable development, ensure the promotion and protection of democracy, human rights, and fundamental freedoms for all. Through parliamentary diplomacy, our parliaments and assemblies will use the BRICS Parliamentary Forum and other means to participate in ongoing dialogue concerning the issues that impact our various countries. In the final analysis, we ought to ensure that the pursuit of the noble goals espoused by our countries is guided by the need to place the people at the center of our efforts. That the will of the people shall be expressed through the organs that are established to protect and advance their interests. With these few words, allow me, Program Director, to sincerely express our appreciation to our keynote speaker, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, for setting the scene and for the sharing of perspectives, expertise, and experiences by the delegates to the 9th BRICS Parliamentary Forum. We appreciate his highlighting of key issues that we need to consider as we conduct our deliberations over the 2 days. I thank you. Nakenza.